Canadian intelligence agency CSIS has confirmed the threat of Khalistani extremism. For the first time, Canada has itself confirmed the presence of Khalistani extremism and propaganda running on their own soil, which poses a serious threat to national security for Canada and especially for India. A report released by CSIS states, quote, Khalistani extremists continue to use Canada as a base for the promotion, fundraising or planning of violence, primarily in India, unquote. This is an acknowledgement of India's concerns over Canada giving space to fringe separatist groups who regularly attack Hindu temples, Indian consulates and events, as well as plan attacks inside India. But why has Canada suddenly woken up to the Khalistani threat? The move comes only days after a new intelligence sharing pact between India and Canada was signed on the sidelines of Modi's visit to the G7 summit, where the Khalistani agenda was totally sidelined. Modi and Carney have now vowed to reset bilateral ties which had tanked under former Prime Minister Trudeau, accusing Indian agencies of being behind separatist Nijjar's murder, but Trudeau failed to provide any proof to back his claims. Looking back in the archives of Canadian government agency, this is the first time the CSIS has officially addressed Khalistani extremism regarding their activities. Information collected in the report describes that since the mid-1980s, the threat of politically motivated violent extremism has existed in Canada, predominantly powered by Canada-based Khalistani extremists or CBKEs, who aim to create an independent nation-state of Khalistan within India's region of Punjab. The CSIS report reads, quote, a small group of individuals are considered Khalistani extremists because they continue to use Canada as a base for the promotion, fundraising or planning of violence, primarily in India. In particular, real and perceived Khalistani extremism emerging from Canada continues to drive Indian foreign interference activities in Canada, unquote. For several years, India has been raising concerns about the growing presence of Khalistani separatists in Canada and their motivated anti-India narrative. However, Canada's National Intelligence Agency has only now just confirmed that India has been communicating for a long time. The constant involvement of CBKEs in violent activities inside Canada has finally raised alarm bells in Ottawa. Ties between India and Canada hit rock bottom when in September 2023, then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused Indian agents of being involved in Nijjar's killing. While the Indian government officially rubbished Trudeau's claims and demanded evidence, reports in India pointed at inter-gang rivalry within Canada. Canada labelled Indian High Commissioner Sanjay Verma and other diplomats as persons of interest in the investigation. Khalistanis in Canada released threatening posters and videos targeting Indian diplomats, prompting a sharp protest from New Delhi, which called this a red line in diplomatic conduct. India, calling the accusations baseless and politically driven, retaliated by recalling its High Commissioner from Ottawa and then expelling 6 Canadian diplomats and formally downgrading diplomatic ties. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met the new Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney at the G7 summit with a motive to reset these strained ties. Both agreed to take calibrated steps to restore stability to the relationship and appointed High Commissioners back to each other's capitals. Some of the other revelations in the CSIS report include the investigation of Nijjar's murder case, which continued in 2024, and 4 individuals have been arrested in connection with that case. These suspects have been charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit it. However, no connection to India or its diplomats have been established yet. Apart from this, the Canadian agency has also disclosed Pakistan's interference in foreign matters inside Canada. According to information, CSIS and National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians, or NSICOP, have warned authorities about this Pakistani interference. In 2024, a report, Public Inquiry into Foreign Interference, and the report of NSICOP both noticed Pakistan is a state actor that tried influencing Canada's democratic institutions. Canada's acknowledgement of Khalistani extremism, first of all, is a huge diplomatic victory for India and the Modi government. Secondly, and more importantly, this validates the long-standing concern India has shown every time there has been news of attacks on Hindu temples or Indian consulates attacked inside Canada and anti-India or anti-Hindu slogans raised. Sanjay Verma, India's recalled High Commissioner in 2024, said it is a matter of concern for Indian students as well, as they are being targeted by these Khalistanis. He revealed how there is a threat from Khalistani goons to the larger Indian community in Canada. But what do you believe? Has Modi's G7 visit completely demolished the Khalistani agenda? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.